Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Wednesday edition of Nat20Hot. We are so grateful that you've decided to join us here this evening, and there could be nothing better than tuning in to an episode of Nat20Hot. If you're joining us for the first time, we are a group of friends that like to play Dungeons and Dragons together. We do this for fun, but we also do it for the children. So if you go ahead and peep the link in our chat, you will find a link to our Extra Life donation page. Extra Life is a wonderful charity that supports children's hospitals across North America, helping fund critical and life-saving care for children who desperately need it. So if you can find it in your wallets and in your hearts, please do feel free to make a contribution to our team. We'll be fundraising all year round. If you were not with us last time out, let's do a little recap. Our adventurers plunged deeper into the moon and mirror in pursuit of Talia, another hag of the Moonlit Coven and one of Willem's sworn enemies. Despite continuing tension between the party members, they were able to pick up some allies along the way, specifically all victims of the hag's blight upon the once proud temple of Silas, the god of the moon. Glitter, a transfigured tiefling, pointed them towards ruins in the yard that he felt may have played host to the previous proprietor, Silvari. And investigating the ruined building, the gang did find an equally transformed woman, a Medusa, left to die by the hags and now wasting away. Finding and destroying Talia's Heartstone, which is a magical hand mirror, the party hastily made their way up the tower to confront the crooked crone. She was, however, not alone, as our adventurers ended up facing off against the new and improved Gwen, despite felling Talia with some very nifty waterworks. The party hastily made their way. Nope. Both Willem and Randy ended up falling in the encounter, only to be quickly revived as Gwen left the premises through an ornate mirror, promising to see them all once again. So, all of you made your way back to the Twilight Hearth, upon where you found that Sina was there, seated at the bar, looking a bit somber, as in her hand was a note written in a very meticulous and articulate pen, as though it were designed or written by something designed to write well. And that was a note from Ted, quipping that he has no memory of that place, and Sina believed that he had left in the time that she was not at the uh, Twilight Hearth. And so all of you rested on your victory and went to bed.
Can I
Waking,
not go to bed?
sure. What would you like to do?
I would like to find Ted.
Okay, so you're going to leave the Twilight Hearth tonight and go searching for Ted.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Because when was the last time that when did we leave her or Ted?
You left earlier today, about late morning. It is now the middle of the night.
For hag
Oh
killing.
jeez. All right. Before you know what, just before I go to bed, I'm gonna cast locate creature to see if I can find where Ted is.
Okay. Can you describe locate creature?
Yeah. I sense the direction of the creature's location as long as it's within 1,000 feet.
Okay. You do not sense anything of note.
Mad. Okay, I'll go
Do
to bed.
you have a fifth level spell slot you could burn
I do
before we
not.
go to bed? Okay, that's a bummer. I, Willem, am convinced that that book that we found at Talia's that had the wine in it, is that in Bank of Dunk? No, it's not in Bank of Dunk.
Wait,
It's
what?
in it's in general.
General. Okay. There was a line of poetry, and it reminded me, Willem, of Malin's poetry, and I want to know if Malin wrote this book and if it's a book of prophecies. But you don't have a fifth level spell slot, so we can't do anything about that tonight.
Not right now.
And I think it is prophesying the Erlking hurling himself into the sea
Okay.
because people seem to kill themselves in the water here.
So noted. All of you go to bed then. And when
Uh,
you
are you still looking for Ted, Randy, or are you going to sleep?
I don't have. No, I'm so sorry to do this because I feel like I'm holding shit up. but I'm gonna go to what's his name's place? Um,
Justice.
Dustus. Yeah, I'm going to Dustus's,
Okay.
and I will take the memory module that Cena kept, and I'm going to Dustus's.
Okay. Is anyone accompanying? And you don't have to apologize for doing something you want to do. Is
Okay.
anyone going with
Do
him?
you want us to go with you?
Actually, it's probably better if I go alone because he does not seem to like you guys at all.
Yeah, Justice does not like me.
You think he's gonna like you after how we left there?
After you guys left there, he'll probably I don't know, he'll probably be fine with me. I didn't do anything. Hopefully.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we're bros.
I sort of look at Dunk like, are we really gonna do this? And then I guess we're letting Randy go.
Oh yeah, you guys gotta think
Yeah.
about letting me go off on my own, huh? Look, you can give me your tooth if you want.
Did we see where Cena threw that little thing that he was using to scry on his boyfriend? Because if we can just pick that up and bring it to him, he might.
True.
You can make a history check with disadvantage.
Does he
Do we
even
really
know that
want him
we
to have that?
stole it in the first place? He just
I mean, he
knew it
probably
was
has.
missing, right?
He probably has a pretty good idea since it was missing right when we got there.
I mean, he
Or
doesn't seem
leaving.
like the most linear thinker, though. So I don't know.
Exactly. Oh no, God no! I do not know where it is.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
You
Dirty
do
one.
not know. Yeah, you have no idea.
I also got a 1.
I'll roll it too. Why not?
I rolled a 2 and a 4, so and I have a -1 to history.
Guess what? I got a nat 20 and a 1.
So you did not. You do not. Any of you remember where the chip of ivory from Jingle Bell's horn might be?
Does Cena, do you know where you put that?
Do I remember where I threw something? No.
And you're just gonna let him take the memory module after you stormed off with it earlier?
We
Never
gotta find
intention.
Ted.
Perhaps it's better this way, Randy. I mean, we have this, and she holds up the memory module. He has the rest of himself, and they are no longer together. Where some people might not be
Absolutely.
able to easily find it.
Yeah, I've got a pretty good plan of making them to be even less together.
Why need a plan when we have that scenario right now?
I'd rather them be on different planes.
Oh.
How do you intend to do that?
Um, Ted is a construct created by Zephyron. I assume Zephyron is not from the Feywild. He's probably from another kind of plane where the gods are from. I assume Ted was not made in the Feywild. If I cast banishment on him, he should go to that plane permanently. And we have the memory module here.
Can you cast banishment before you go to bed?
I can. I have one more spell slot to do that with.
Make a persuasion check.
That's actually a pretty good plan.
Seven.
It's not your worst idea. Look, I have a lot to talk to you about, but if you need to do this, fine. But then why not just leave this here?
I'd like to make sure that Ted. Well, first of all, I need this to scry on Ted reliably.
You have this note.
I suppose that's true. And I guess my other plan was to maybe make sure that he's not from this plane by putting it back into him for a short while and just asking him. But yeah, you're right. It might be safer here. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know that any of this is safe.
I don't know that I think we've kind of run out of safe options though.
I think the safest thing though would be to keep them as far apart as possible. So I'm a little bit Team Cena here, but it's not a strong feeling.
That's fair enough. I think you guys are correct.
Wow.
This is cool that we can all get along. And I'm gonna go.
All right.
Like go like leave for Dustus or go to bed.
Yeah, leave for Justices.
Okay.
Tell Branwen good night.
Okay.
I'll come
Um,
with you, but I'll stay outside of Dustus's because he's not gonna like me. But just in case something happens, you got somebody else there.
That sounds
I'm gonna
good.
take a bath because I'm covered in hag blood.
Willem, can you at least stay awake until we get back with the memory module, just to make sure that that's safe?
For sure. Do you wanna? And I point at my mouth.
Yeah, might as
Yeah,
well.
that's probably a good idea.
Okay.
Why don't we let Cena stay up with it? Because I bet Willem's probably kind of sleepy.
I mean, we can both
Fair
stay up.
enough.
It'll give us a good opportunity to chat.
Yeah, you guys are great friends.
No, that's the problem.
Yeah, I think they're hoping to mend some bridges.
I will give Randy a tooth.
I put it in my pocket. Dunk and I will head out.
all right. Um, Dunk, Randy, you make your way into the night air of Old Hallow. It is deathly quiet. It is very quiet this time of night, and there are a few people going to and fro. You do, however, Randy, see a small contingent of the Morning Vale, whom you insulted when you first arrived in the city. Um, and they just walk past you and pay you very little mind. But for the most part, your journey across the city is largely, unabated.
Sorry, this is really important.
And you arrive at the observatory, the ruined observatory. It is about 1ish in the morning at this point. The crumbled facade is there for you. And if you'd like to make a perception check to see if you see or notice anybody, you can feel free.
Yes. Bad. 11.
You don't see anyone of note around you, or hear anything out of the ordinary.
What about Dunk?
Sorry, yeah. Where were we at?
You can make a perception check. Is Alora singing?
I was
Shut
literally
up,
just gonna
again.
type in the general that I hear Alora singing.
She's really good.
Thanks. She was in choir in high school and
Nice.
college.
Slay.
Perception
Yes.
is a 16.
Yes. As you approach the observatory, you can hear a faint, like, schnoozing, some hawkshoeing happening up above. It gives you the sense that someone might be asleep in the observatory, but is not. You don't hear anything or see anyone else.
Yeah, I think Justice is having a little snooze. It's
Oh
middle of
shit.
the night.
I guess could just sneak in. Feels a little bit. Feels a little.
I mean, he won't know.
I don't know. I'm not very good at sneaking. Look at me.
I think we'll make it work. What's the worst that could happen?
I'm gonna knock.
Well, there is no door per se.
Oh.
The observatory, like the entire western wall, is collapsed, so you're able to freely walk in and out of the building.
Oh. Okay. Um. All right.
If
You.
you're gonna walk up and make yourself known, I'm gonna sit out here in a little hidey hole.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah.
All right.
And I walk into the building and I go, hello, Dustus. Hello.
Someone there? Someone? Hello? Oh,
Hello, it's
it's you. Are your terrible friends with you again?
no. I came alone. No need to worry, Dustus. I
Okay.
made sure to come alone.
Oh, make a deception check.
He's not lying. He is there
Well,
alone. I
That is
mean,
true.
he did not come alone.
Motherfucker, I got a nat one.
It's okay. He did too. Uh, and he just goes. He looks at you like a little concerned. And he goes, "What brings you to the observatory at this late hour?"
It is an emergency, a life or death emergency. I just need to use your telescope but once.
What's in it for Justice?
What's in it for Dustus?
Yes, you and your friends have been very insulting to me. You've worked a lot out of
And
me. I've given you a lot of information.
you really have. You've been really nice about it too.
Right. And
I
so
don't know.
now, Justice is here for payment.
Okay, yeah. What do you want?
What can you offer?
I can.
Can I telepathic message?
Can you hear everything that's being said?
I can, as
All
long as
right.
he's within a mile of me.
Oh, he's no longer within a mile.
Then the tooth is no good.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Where Cena threw the object where? Like, what do I remember of this?
It was after you had already left the place. She threw it
yeah, we were just kind
waywardly.
of
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
also
walking back
very
and she
small, like the size of a quarter.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like
It'd be like
in the
finding a
area.
needle in a haystack. Yeah.
Look, I can try to help you find your the object that my friends um so needlessly took from you.
Really?
I can try.
I need a firm commitment.
If you let me use this now, I will have you have my word that I will try to find. I don't know if it's around here, but I will try to find it
No tries.
as long as I'm
Guarantees.
here. I I don't have the strength to do it right now, but in the next few
Tomorrow.
days I promise that I will find it. And I will cast locate object right now on it to make sure if it's to like see if it's like in the vicinity anywhere.
And that's within 1,000 feet.
Yes, and I'm gonna make like a kind of like a big show of it, like I'm doing
Yeah.
spells.
In that case, you can sense that it is within 1,000 feet of the observatory.
Okay, and I can sense the direction as well.
It's just a bit
Like
to the northwest, so
okay,
down the slope and somewhere in the northwesterly direction.
okay. That is the only time that I can use it right now because of spell slots. But I say, uh, I can tell that it's northwest of here, down the slope, and I can pinpoint where it is more tomorrow when I'm feeling a little bit better, and I kind of like gesture to how bloody I look.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay, 17.
Hmm. Justice has considered your offer, and I accept. And I am most grateful.
That's great
You
to
can
hear. Just
see just looking at him that he's like a warmth has washed over him. That the prospect of retrieving the chip is very important to him.
that's great, man. Yeah, I'll try. I'll definitely I'll find it. I'll find it tomorrow. And I kind of point at the telescope. I go, all
He
good,
gestures. He goes, "By all means."
awesome. I go over to it and I use the little written slip and I look through it and scry that motherfucker Ted.
All right. As you peer through the telescope, you're able to get a fairly decent sense of the surroundings. You see a compact little robot, kind of broken down into like the size of like a little Wally. Like his head has kind of been brought down closer, his arms have been pulled in, his legs have been pulled in, and he's very clearly in a state of stasis. Like just based on your experiences with Ted and like what he does when you guys are all going to bed. This is what you've come to know as like his like fake sleep essentially. and he is not terribly far, at least by your approximation, from the Laughing Banshee, the tavern that you first brought yourselves to.
Excellent. Thank you, Justice. This has helped immensely.
My pleasure. I look forward to you retrieving my dear memento of Jingle Bells.
Absolutely. And I leave. And I gesture to Dunk, and I say quietly so that Justice doesn't hear that I was with Dunk the whole time. Um, I go, I go. He's near the Laughing Banshee. Come on,
Let's go.
we're gonna find that motherfucker Ted.
You make your way back across the city. It is getting quite late now, but Willem, you are alone with Sina. Is there anything in particular you'd like to talk to her about?
So, Hag's dead.
Congratulations. Well done.
Thanks. This is kind of a big day for me.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. Are you like I understand if you don't want to talk about it, but are you like okay?
I've been better.
Do you want to talk about it? I know this was a challenging day for you.
I'm just fine.
Okay. I can respect that. Do you by any chance know what the Wild Hunt is?
Branwen's described it like a festival of some kind. It's just like a vibe.
Okay. I was wondering if she had given you any more specifics on that because she's being very obtuse in a way that I don't love, but at the same time, things feel strained right now, so I don't want to really push it.
She smirks as she describes it to you, but make a persuasion check.
18.
If it's bothering you that much, she has told me some things about it. I mean, from what I understand, there's a really big feast, people get drunk, and then it's a contest of like, captains picking teams and going off and hunting some great big beast. The first person
I
to
just
kill the
have this
beast wins.
I have this like fear, and I don't know if it's irrational or not. I haven't quite grasped how they do things here yet, but I just have a feeling like one of us is gonna get hunted, or like we're gonna have to hunt a person, and I don't want to like have to eat anybody either. That's also something I'm worried about for some reason. I don't know.
I don't think you have to eat anybody. Um, I mean, Brennan has said people die during it, but usually it's because of drunk fights, as far as I know.
Okay. Do you have any idea like why this is so important to these people or to her?
Oh, there are these people now. Um, I mean, it's a like a festival, and pretty much anything that's weird is important to them, and sounds pretty weird.
Oh, pretty much anything weird is important to them. I didn't say that. Uh, okay. Um, yeah, just feeling a little on edge about things lately. Yeah, Randy died, but he thinks he's immortal. So,
I heard.
yeah.
I have a lot to say to him, but
Okay. Um, I hope it goes well. At least better than my conversation with him did.
I'll probably
Calling it a conversation is maybe not fair.
I'll approach it probably a little differently.
Yeah. The like being important to him and also not being in jail will probably help with that.
You're important to him too,
Yeah, but he didn't like, you know, not like you.
I suppose. Do you need me for anything? I think I'm gonna go to bed.
No. Um, have a good night. Just wanted to catch up a little bit.
Is there anything else you want to ask?
Nope. Is she taking the memory module?
She'll offer it the opportunity. I can take it, or you can have it.
I'll sit and watch it.
And she will head off to bed. As Randy and Doug, excuse me, even though
Bless you.
Dunk is, we'll just say Dunk's fallen behind a little bit. But Randy, you are able to inevitably reach the Laughing Banshee. At this point, it's quite quiet, and I'll have you make a perception check.
All right. Ooh, we got a nice little 21.
Oh, very nice. You are keenly aware, as you, given the silence of the night and the low light, your ears are doing more work than typical, and you're able to hear another set of footfalls that is not your own. And you kind of sneak a glance over your shoulder and do see that you are being followed by two cloaked individuals, very clearly thorns. But at the moment, they are not making their presence more aggressively known. With your perception, though, you can see a small little copper box-like object kind of tucked up against the stone wall of the Laughing Banshee.
Okay. I will approach the small box, and I will. Wait, hold on. Okay, got it. I was just making sure I didn't have to touch it to do it. I'm just going to point at the box. I recognize this as Ted, correct?
Yes, it is
Okay,
indeed Ted.
and I say, um, sorry that I won't get to actually say goodbye, Ted. You're a good little you're a good little robot guy. And I cast banishment on Ted sleeping.
Okay, that is a charisma saving throw, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
17.
It's cocked. You watch as Ted vanishes from the spot, no longer on the Fey plane.
I wait for a minute just to make sure he doesn't return.
Indeed, he does not.
I feel like a wave of relief fall over me, and I turn to Dunk and I go, "Is yeah, um, feels weird to high five about this, but I feel like we should." And
I will reciprocate, but yeah, you know, as aggravating as that guy was, it's, I hope we sent him into something not too awful.
hopefully, yeah,
Hopefully, he's not just like floating around in the astral sea.
that is most likely where he is, and what has happened to him.
Maybe he'll find the bag of holding.
If it makes you feel any better, he's not
Or
going to
all the
remember where
stuff.
he was in 5 minutes.
That would be an insane thing to happen 20 sessions from now as you find Ted with our old bag of holding. Yeah. I had one more thing that I was going to say. I don't remember. It probably wasn't important.
All right. Are you headed back and headed to sleep?
Well,
Yeah.
All right. Each of you return to the Twilight Hearth, and you find Willem stoically guarding the memory module. And are any of you doing anything else before you head to sleep?
I'm just going to,
No, I need
Yeah.
some sleep.
yeah.
So
Well,
he's gone.
Ted's gone. He's not coming back. And if there's anything that we know about Seraphel, it's that she is not good at going between the planes.
Uh-huh. I think you did the right thing, but I'm nervous about, the whole thing.
it's definitely nerve-wracking not knowing where he is. But I don't think he's anywhere where at least Seraphel can get him. So
This was a tough choice, I'm sure, but it was the right thing to do. Um, I'm going to go to sleep now because I am very covered in blood and tired.
All right.
I will also do that.
Okay.
Very
I'm gonna
enthusiastic, though.
hug in the memory module as I fall asleep.
Each of you awakes the next morning, having benefited from a long rest, and you can make a perception check.
16.
10.
10 also.
Randy, there in the kind of center of the suite, there is a small coffee table where some of the more plush chairs surround, going off to each of your, like, before the rooms that are connected to the adjoining suite. And there is a folded piece of parchment paper, which, upon being opened, reads, "Back tomorrow. Don't do anything stupid. Don't talk to anyone. Branwen." And then in Sina's handwriting at the bottom, same.
Is she not coming?
She's not here at the moment, no.
Okay, gotcha. Uh, Weird. How many days until the wild hunt?
It's tomorrow.
Oh,
She just like up and left in the middle of the night.
So it would
with
appear.
Sina. Cool.
All right.
Oh, she's
Well,
being
that kind of
dramatic.
makes what I was gonna do a little bit easier, to be honest. If she's coming back, then whatever.
Oh, I am super wanting to talk to the Erlking.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a great idea. You should go do that.
What are you gonna do?
I was going to go talk to Seraphel real quick. What would you like to do today,
Uh,
Dunk? You're on mute.
What I was gonna do was just look over that book of potions, but now I feel like I need to do like that Branwen's gonna hate.
You want to go? You can go talk to Drakenboss by yourself. That would be kind of funny.
he
I don't really
feels
have a
like
great way. Is his tower's like not.
It's not terribly close, and each of you can make an additional perception check, mainly Dunk, if you'd like to.
also we don't have what we told Draken we were going to have. 6.
Oh yeah, 17.
Dunk, you kind of like scanning, you see that the bag of holding has been opened. And as you take a peek inside some of the contents that are no longer there, the coin that you can use to call upon the Wandering Willow is not in there.
Got it.
This is really helpful for team building and trust.
Do you want me to cast sending? I can see if she's.
No, no, she'll be okay.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Besides, now we get to do whatever the hell we want. You know, when the cat's away, the mice will play.
I'm
Well,
so.
what would you like to do?
Uh, uh are you? Sorry. Put a pin in everything. You're gonna go talk to Seraphel.
Yeah, just like real quick though.
She's gonna kill you.
That's. See, I might have agreed with you yesterday, but now I know that I'm immortal until I get my wings.
You mean yesterday when you died and then I brought you back to life?
And got brought back to life is the main part there. Yeah,
So
I
if you
did.
can die, not immortal. Sorry to like harsh the vibe.
The superhero would beg to
Um,
differ.
Sorry, what was that, Chris?
The superhero named Immortal would beg to differ.
Well, it's a good thing they're not here.
Am I or am I not alive?
I mean, what
Thank
is
you,
death anyway?
You are alive, and I do not mean to do this to like heap praise. You are alive because of me,
Correct.
not because you just came back.
No, yeah, and thank you for that.
So like if Dunk died, I could do the same thing. Dunk is not immortal. You, I don't think, are immortal.
Well, no, not in like a I can't die sense, but in a prophecy kind of like what my destiny is sense, I am immortal. I can die, but I'll just get brought back to life because I am immortal right now.
And that's like for sure you're 100% on that.
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
That's just the way it is. I saw my own death and I had wings. I don't have wings now. How can I die?
Is fate one of those things that's like set in stone? I
Yeah,
don't
why
think
not?
so. Because we have free will. At least that's how I choose to think
Yeah,
about
see,
it.
that's why I didn't look in that damn mirror.
You
Also, it's hag bullshit. So, they sort of lie as like a cornerstone. It's like a little bit their thing.
No, no, no. Like she didn't make that mirror though. She just found it, which means it had that power beforehand.
How do you know that?
I used legend lore on it, and
You
I
did.
know all about it.
You did. Okay. I mean, still in a hag's possession. So,
Yeah, you can disagree with me, man. That's cool. I just don't think I'm gonna die.
yeah, it was the whole, like, love you to death, buddy, but the whole bringing you back to life thing is really giving me some pause.
I mean, you can come with me. No, you do
I'm
your
not, I
Erlking thing.
am
You do
not
your
coming
Erlking
with
thing.
you because I want to stay alive.
Not to be that guy, but the Erlking is not the biggest fan of you specifically.
Oh, I'm well aware, but I killed one of his mortal enemies, so I'm hoping that evens the scale a little bit. And I
Oh
need to
yeah,
find out who the hell got me out of jail.
that's a great point. I think yeah, you should go do that. You should go talk to the Erlking. He'll probably clear that up.
Are you 100% on this?
I mean, maybe the Erlking won't clear it up. He might
No,
just not tell you.
I meant you talking to Seraphel.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
I'm going to reach into my boots and pull out the deck of many things.
Okay.
I think you're going to kill yourself anyway, so if you want to take one, take one.
That's too much fate. I don't.
I am immortal.
Oh god. Wait, hold on, hold on. Would you go so? You can't be that immortal. So, like, even though you may be immortal, like, okay, let's assume you are immortal.
Okay.
Let's assume you're immortal.
Is that a little Ben Shapiro?
Um,
Doug Shapiro.
there's still like other things can happen from the deck of many things that just directly impact you. Like everybody else could die.
That is true.
To be clear, you guys don't know that.
I don't know any.
I mean, we know it does all kinds of fuckery.
We know it can give us money. We know it can kill a guy, and we know that it can give you a lot of knowledge.
Yes.
Those are the three things that we know about so far, I believe.
18 cards left.
Correct.
You know what? Can I take a card and not look at it?
You cannot.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
Okay.
You would know, reading the journals as you did, that you must declare that you are drawing from the deck, and you are
Got it.
compelled to draw.
Um, you know, as a backup. Yeah, man, I'll take it.
Are you sure? If you leave and don't come back, I'm not sure this offer is still on the table.
If I leave and don't come back,
I think you're going to kill yourself, but it's brave and I admire that.
if I don't come back, you can assume that I'm alive somewhere else, and also that something went wrong, but that I'm not dead.
Okay. So you don't want to take one from the deck then?
Oh, right now? No, I
Yeah.
was kind of thinking of it like as an in the moment kind of final gambit. I don't know. Let's see what happens kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I was doing it like a little bit as like a goodbye present because I again
Oh,
think you're going to die.
yeah. No, I'm good for now, actually. But thanks.
That is not at all what I expected you to do, and I think very responsible of you.
That's cool, man. I don't care what you think.
Yeah, clearly you're doing something incredibly stupid at the same time.
Not in like a I don't care about you. I do. I
Uh-huh.
don't care about what a lot of people think.
You're
Uh,
still Randy.
yeah, you get it. I love
Yeah.
you guys.
If y'all are both gonna be doing dumb things, maybe I should hold the deck. I'll chill here.
You want one dunk?
I don't want a card. I would like to hold the deck if you're gonna go to Erlking.
I can't let you do that. I'm sorry.
Why not?
I was like, oh, when I took it from the vault, I was like, now this is my responsibility, and
Yeah, Dunk is
And
equally as responsible as you.
I, I, nope, sorry, I can't give it to you.
and you're gonna walk into the Erlking
Yeah, sort of like the
chamber.
last time I got thrown in jail and they searched me and they took it from me and didn't do anything with it and then gave it right back.
Hmm. Well, Dunk, we got to think of a fun, reckless quest for you to do today.
I mean, you could go. It's not very reckless. It's full of wreck. Actually, would be just going back to the spa and seeing how things are going there, or
It's been six
I don't know.
hours.
Yeah,
they're still they're
plenty
still
of time
clean.
to clean up. You could. I don't know. What do you want to do today, man? The world is your oyster.
Yeah. This is our day without Branwen. Am I right? No, I'm just kidding. I like Branwen. I can't say
Yeah,
Okay,
I would like
that
to talk to Draken, but I don't know how. Um,
do we want to talk about the whole Draken thing? Because now, he was sort of like, bring me Ted with the memory module, and we certainly not doing that anymore.
Oh.
there was that other thing he wanted to get, right?
Oh. Yeah, wait, what was that? I remember this now. It was an orb? No, not an
Or like
orb.
it was like a family heirloom or something.
Can we roll history
From
for this?
Yeah.
it was the family heirloom of a family here in Old
Because this
Hallow.
uh,
Oh,
this would be a
Incorrect.
good side quest for Dunk.
yeah.
Roll a history check.
You're gonna do a one-man stealing mission?
I'm pretty sneaky.
He is.
That's a 11 for history.
I got a 21.
Randy, you would remember that it is the rime-bound stone, and it is indeed a family heirloom of a Winter Court family, and not in Old Hallow.
Oh.
Hmm.
But they will be in Old Hallow for the Wild Hunt.
That was never articulated.
Okay, I super am making things up as usual.
Oh. Never mind.
I mean, we have a bunch of money. You want to go shopping?
I might actually. I'm gonna sit with Book of Potions, and I'm gonna look through that, and maybe I'll buy some stuff and make some
All right,
Tinkerbell's
man.
potions.
That sounds good. You take it easy today.
If there's also like a book person around, like a bookseller, a bookbinder, or anything, I hold up the drenched book. I'm really keen to find out what's in here because I think it's a big deal for some reason.
Yeah, I can run some errands.
Okay, you're the best, Dunk. Um, don't
I guess there
anybody
should be
do
one
anything
person.
that might get you killed.
I guess there should be one person that's off Branwen today.
All right. Um, let's start with Randy. What's your plan?
Okay. Um, I assume that Nolan leaves for his adventure, or Willem leaves for his adventure.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a hug first, but bye.
Yeah, I'll give you guys hugs. I'm gonna hug both of you and go like, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the other side. I'm sure I'll have a lot more information.
Uh-huh.
Where to?
And I walk downstairs. There's like it's like a little restaurant kind of area, right?
Yes, indeed. As you walk downstairs, you see a handful of individuals there at the moment, including Glug, the Kenku
Oh yes.
proprietor.
Uh, and I know Glug by name at this point, right?
You do.
Hey, Glug, is there any way that I could use the kitchen to maybe just whip up some scramble in a little bit?
The kitchen is off limits to guests, but I could gladly make you some if that's what you desire.
I think it kind of needs a Randy touch, and I slide over a cool 20 gold.
Um, Glug will take his wing and kind of pull it over the bar so that it disappears from view, and then he'll like give a faint whistle as he walks away, leaving the kitchen open for your access.
Okay. And then I will cast Sending to Seraphel.
You're gonna do it here,
Yeah,
okay? And sending is 25 words.
believe so.
All right. What would you like to say?
25 words. Yep. I will say, hey, girl, hey.
Nice.
Um, it's Randy. I scried on you earlier. Wait, it's Randy. I scried on you earlier. Um, I'd like to invite you over for scramble at where am I again?
The Twilight Hearth.
At the Twilight Hearth. I hope to see you soon. That's 25.
You hear a voice in your head. Bring it out of Old Hallow by the gates, and we have an accord.
And I can't respond without sending again, right?
Correct.
Um okay. I do not send it again then. But I make a decent amount of scramble. I make it truly like the best scramble that you've seen. I put my whole Randusi into it.
Okay.
Um
Make a
and
performance check to determine how good it is.
how good
And
is
you can
this
do so
scramble?
with advantage.
Thank you. Oh shit. 8.
Okay. It's going to decline due to the travel out of the city. You have to
Yeah,
find
and I'm a
like
little
containers and bags. You're a little stressed about the conversation that's about to happen. So it's all perfectly
nervous scramble.
understandable. Um, performance issues.
Yeah. I pour it all in a bowl, and I take 2 utensils and I walk out of the tavern and towards the gates.
Okay. The city is a bit more lively than usual. You find there's like kind of all manner of jovial individuals, which is not an emotion that you had come to be accustomed to in Old Hallow. In fact, people seem to be walking to and fro with a spring in their step. You get the sense that this is likely because they are excited about the wild hunt, and that there is a greater amount of people in the city here because of the hunt. But it does not take long for you to reach the old gate that you first entered the city through. It is currently quiet and empty at the moment, um, and there is a subtle chill in the air.
Oh, can I bring 2 bowls as well for, like, smaller bowls?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to head towards the gates.
Okay. You arrive. The gate at the moment is currently empty.
Okay. I walk, um, like, a little bit farther away from Old Hallow just to, like I, like, have a vantage point of the gates so I can kinda, like, see if she shows up, but I'm not, like, hiding myself or anything. I'm just kinda distancing myself from the town a little bit, near a tree maybe, and I'm going to, sit down
Okay.
and wait.
About 15, 20 minutes passes. Um, your pulse starting to kind of quicken, wondering if she will show at all, before you hear a colossal like and the beating of wings above you, and then heavy as her knee embeds itself into the dirt. She lands in front of you, kind of knocking you back a little bit with surprise. And she kind of steadies herself. You hear the faint clink of the armor as she approaches, the subtle groan of the metal as she kind of shifts her weight and sizes you up. She is about your height.
I'm
Um,
sitting
okay, well, but I'm saying like she is
by
about
the tree
your
still.
height. Yeah,
Got it.
she's about your height. Um, she has this kind of like magnificent wave of like purple and black in her wings that all light just seems to get absorbed and disappear into. She is, quite frankly, a bit awe-inspiring. Um, she starts to kind of meet your eye line with the steel in her eye to match her armor. Champion,
Hello. And I pat the ground next to me.
you will rise and give me due deference.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And I slowly like get up and I put my hand out for a handshake. Go, my name's Randy, and it is nice to meet you.
The pleasure is indeed all yours. The Lady Seraphel. And she'll ignore your hand and give you a faint, like, head bow.
Um, please, I made this scramble just now for us to share. I'd like to, I don't know, have a word. I feel like we've been kind of at a distance for so long. We have so much in common. I think that it'd be nice
Do you
to
think
talk
we
for a
have something
second.
in common? Then you are a bigger fool than you look. We have very little in common. All the same, my quarrel does not need to be with you. But if you stand in my way, I will ensure it is.
So, do you want the scramble or
I'm just fine, thank you. And she kind of shifts her shoulders back.
Randy seems hurt by this?
Have
And
I
goes,
wounded you?
no, I mean, it's no, it's fine.
I've
And
spent
I
nigh a
take a
millennia in the chateau. I have no need nor time for whatever it is that you've cooked up here. I took this opportunity to meet you, size you up, as it were, to understand who graces the term champion these days.
for sure. I take one of the bowls and one of the silver, or it's both the bowls and one of the silverware, and I kind of put on the ground, and I take the big bowl and one of the spoons, and I take a bite out of the big bowl. And I go, well, uh I know I'm still kind of new at this, but it seems like we both have the title of champion, and that's pretty cool. I know like our kind hasn't always uh, gotten along every single time in the past, but I don't see why there's any reason that we shouldn't. Um, do you you say that your quarrel like it's not with me? Who is it with?
It is with the gods themselves.
Okay. Um, you seem like a determined gal, someone who wants to get stuff done. What's your plan here?
If you brought me here so that I might monologue, fill you with all manner of deeds I intend to do, the lands I intend to plunder, the armies I intend to raise, then you have misjudged me, and your thoughts are misguided.
I wasn't really trying to catch a monologue. I just kind of want to know where your mind's at because I feel like I
My
don't know. I feel
mind,
like we
my mind is vengeance. I've had a very long time to think. I would have my vengeance upon those who abandoned me, and those who turned on their oath. Seeing as how there are so few left, all that matters now is the gods themselves.
so you've got like a god kill list, or you're just trying to kill all of them?
They will know my wrath.
Okay. Um, it seems to me
Tell
like there's
me,
probably
Randy, what
yeah.
is it that you do in the name of the gods?
In the name of the gods,
Indeed.
um, Adara's been telling me she's the one who gave me this whole business. She's been telling me that you're kind of trying to destroy everything, all of the planes, and cause kind of another convergence, more or less. So personally, I would not enjoy that because that more or less means, listen. The gods are their own thing. I don't really care for harming the mortals.
I see. The mortals that they use their own personal playthings, the ones that they yearn to have butcher and bleed in their name, so that they may receive their due deference.
It sounds like you're on their side, the mortals.
I'm on no one's side, because no one has been on my side.
It seems like
8 of us were sent to the ends of the universe to do their bidding, to butcher and bleed in their name. We receive no honors, no statues, only more vows. A vow that might as well have been a tomb to die in. And it's not as though we sought this out. We were created for this purpose. And yet, when the others abandoned their cause, the gods did not care. The gods did not call upon us to fulfill our oath of sacred vow. We were quite simply left behind, forgotten, as the world that we helped build, that we helped save, fell apart because mortals like you rape, pillage, and steal and kill from one another. I have no quarrel with your people. I have a quarrel with the way they handle themselves and the way the gods have allowed themselves to handle themselves. So I will do what must be done, what should be done. She's going to
okay.
turn and kind of start to walk away.
Hey, wait. I got three things. Number
Well,
one, I am not mortal. I'm actually immortal. Two, that's fucked up. I'm sorry that the gods treated you that way. I'm not necessarily on their side about any of this.
and yet you wield their power as an instrument of change.
Don't you?
They give me no such powers no longer.
Not it. Is this not how you came into being? Is this not how you got your flappy guys?
It is how I was created. It is not how I persist. But you,
Okay, wait. Tell me more
however,
about that.
I am still standing, are I not? Do you think I live at the beck and call of individuals who abandoned me? No, I persist. I continue. I endure. I was sent away from this place, locked away in a tomb of shadow and darkness, so that I might be left to die because they could not get rid of me. And you ask yourself, do you not still wield the power of the gods? I do not. I wield the powers that I was created with, but I do not wield it in their name, as you do, as you would likely kneel, bark, and yield from whatever Adara said to you or told you to do. And I
Actually,
want you to do something right now for me, Randy. I want you to
oh
ask
yeah,
yourself, and I mean really ask yourself, beyond the powers and the immortality that you now claim, what have the gods ever done for you?
everyone keeps asking me that.
Well,
Li- Listen, I I feel like every single person that I told that I was going to go and talk to you said that you were going to immediately kill me. They all said it was suicide. I didn't ask Adara for her advice in talking to you. I frankly think that she would have thought it was a very bad idea. I think that there's clearly a reason that you're doing things, and everyone says that you're the worst fucking person on earth. And I'm not a huge fan of how you killed everyone at the temple. That's not I don't love it that you killed people. Um, but you seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. Like I get it. I sympathize with that's fucked up what the guy did to you. I'm not like saying that that was a great thing.
then join me. Stand alongside me.
What would you have me do?
We would undo it all. These gods exist because they killed whom they claim to be pretenders, threats to their power, to their realm. History is written by the victors, and I intend to unwrite it. You worship Adara, the great community that she builds, the people that she has left to die, suffer, and age away in a place that she pays no mind to, because the sooner they forget about this place, the easier it becomes for them. Where was Adara when your precious girl slipped through your fingers into the hands of villainous swine? Where was Adara when your companion lay dead, drowned in the choking depths beneath the city? Where were the gods at all when your companion was ripped limb from limb, an affliction he now suffers from daily? And where were the gods when his parents' house burned before his eyes? They do nothing, see nothing here. We exist to serve them. The 8 who survived wrote our history. That does not mean they earned it. You don't know why you like them. All you know is you yearn for their favor.
Don't tell me what I am.
But my friend, it is so glaringly obvious.
Oh, fuck you.
Make a strength check.
15.
Um, it happens faster than you can even blink as a gauntleted hand is wrenched around your throat and pinned up against a nearby tree. You can feel like the immediate tension, just like the air leave your lungs. Just, you made no mistake coming here to talk to me. I have no reason to kill you because you are no threat. But know this, Randy. I have seen the kingdom of heaven, and there is nothing but empty thrones. So if you decide to continue your service to empty chairs, then you are my enemy. And that is not something you wish.
Can I speak, or am I being choked?
Would be very difficult, but you can attempt to eke out.
I will say, um, I just want the people I love to be okay.
Then it's really
I,
simple.
I emphasize the word people.
Then it's really quite simple. Stay out of my way. She will release you and kind of shove you backwards. I know you mean the girl. She couldn't handle my voice. Is she going to be able to handle the world where I persist? And she will, in a flash, take off into the skies.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Jesus. All right. It couldn't have gone better. And I pick up the bowl of scramble and I start eating it as I head back to town.
I imagine you go, hot dog, that went great.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Um,
Okay.
Willem, where are you off to?
I am off to the palace
Okay.
with a hag head on my belt.
You're gonna wear it on your belt.
Yep.
Okay. Make a perception check.
That would be a hot 13.
You can tell as you walk through the city that an enormous amount of people are looking at you as you make your way through the streets. And it is not long, though you do not see them coming, that you are flanked on either side by a member of the Thorns. And they will turn to you and say, I suggest you stop now, sir. What is this that you wear proudly around your belt?
Oh, you are not exactly the people I was hoping to talk to, but you'll do just fine. This is the head of Lady Talia.
So you confess to murder on the streets.
Of the hag. Yes, that I was asked to kill by Ulster Lusk. Yes.
You're saying Ulsterlosk asked you to kill someone, and you now brandish their head on the streets of our fair city.
Is there a crowd?
There are multiple people around, yes.
I put my hands out in front of me. Take me in, boys.
They'll look at you a bit perplexed. Make an insight check.
That would be 16.
Ever since you mentioned Losk, you can like there's a brief flash of uncertainty in the eyes of the guards that have flanked you. And like they'll see you put out your hands and are a bit taken aback by your brace in this. So you have business with Ulsterlosk.
Correct. You gonna take me back to jail?
Mind your tongue, boy. You will accompany us to the palace, and you will see the commander.
Wonderful.
They will begrudgingly guide you towards the palace. Um, as you pass through the doors, it is largely a buzz with activity. A far cry from the first time you entered it. Members of the Morning Vale are walking past you as you enter. They kind of
I
eerily
will also like try to put the edge of my tunic over the head to hide it a little bit.
make a stealth check.
I get disadvantage on those.
You do.
2 6s.
You find that their eerie gaze kind of lingers on you, and you feel a bit of an involuntary shiver as you pass through into the palace. All around you, servants are walking briskly to and fro, their eyes really never deviating from the task at hand. Most carry large platters of food from one end of the palace to the other, while others crates are carrying like crates that brim with arrows and all manner of weaponry. The palace doors are currently open, flanked by two stone golems and a seated individual brandishing similar armor to the thorns that you're currently accompanied by. But they will guide you to the office of Ulsterlosk, which is just down the hall from where you currently sit. Um, and they have you wait outside for just a moment before you hear a enter.
I will walk in.
I understand you have something in your possession. Do not
Oh,
put it
sir,
on my desk.
I was totally reaching down to do it, and I will just clasp my fingers together.
I would see it. Do not place it on my desk.
I will turn slightly and lift up the edge of my tunic, revealing a head.
It appears thanks are in order. Well done. I assume you did not operate alone, and that we may extend our thanks to the greater members of your party.
That would be correct. Yes.
Well, if you are here expecting some kind of payment, you will receive none. You have completed a task that is a step further than what we had originally required of you, to be certain, but that has simply earned you an uninterrupted stay in our city as long as you'd like.
Well, okay. Would you be open to having a conversation?
By all
I
means,
mean,
we are
I'd
talking after all.
I'd really like to talk to the Erlking, but I don't suppose that's in the cards, as it were.
The Erlking insists that as many of his subjects would will themselves to talk to him, that I yield whatever conversations and determine whether or not they are worthy of his time.
Hmm.
So what is it exactly that you would like to discuss with his grace?
Well, uh, sort of like an order of importance, I would like to know who is responsible for getting me out of jail because I've gotten some conflicting information on that.
And is it important to you to understand why you were released from prison?
Well, yes, Knob Knot is sort of asking me to support his champion tomorrow, and I'd like to know if he is responsible for getting me out so I can decide whether or not that's something I'm honor bound to do.
It is ultimately within your own accord of whom you choose to support in the wild hunt, though admittedly I would be surprised and impressed if you decided to yield from your companion's champion. That said, we received numerous requests for your release.
Can you tell me who? I mean, I know one was my companion, Branwen.
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to disclose matters of state.
Even for somebody who killed one of the Earl King's sworn enemies. Just try to figure out if I need to support Knob Knot or not. Or I suppose if you can't tell me the entire list of people who had requested to set me free, who was it that tipped you or the Earl King's hand?
Once again, I am not at the liberty to discuss matters of state, and you are certainly not deserving of understanding how or why the Earl King does anything. However,
Hmm.
I will share that if Nob Not is so thoroughly convinced that your freedom rests upon him, why not do him the great service of honoring that sacrifice?
Because people are capable of not telling the truth.
And have you detected any deception from the great Lord Not?
I have not, but that doesn't mean I owe him a favor. If he's
Unfortunately, I
not the one
cannot
who got
help
me
you
out
make
of here.
decisions for you. And if this is truly the things that the man was that you would be willing to bring to his grace, then I'm afraid we have a deviation of what one would be expected of worthy of the Erlking's time. Is that all for
Well,
today? Clover? Hey, hey, hey!
there was also what I think may be a book of prophecy in the hag's possession that indicated to me something about the fate of the Erlking, and I would like to discuss it.
So, don't. Go get a toy. Go get a toy. This is intriguing. I will need to know more about this book and whether or not you have it in your possession.
It's not on me right now, but it's at my place of residence, or, where I'm staying here.
And what would have you believe that this is a prophecy of the Erlking?
Well, that's really something I can only discuss with the Erlking. The hags told me some things.
Make a persuasion check.
Let's fucking go 23.
The Thorns work on a circle of accountability. Not everybody is destined to know everything. If what you say is true, and you are not willing to tell me, though I assure you I could make your life incredibly difficult.
Well aware of that, yes. I say this out of concern for the Erlking and curiosity about what he might have in store for this place. Meaning, this plane.
I do not believe that you bear any concern for the Erlking. However, I will yield that his grace will want to hear of this. Wait here. And he will get up and exit the office. Are you doing anything in the meantime?
Uh, Kicking my feet a little bit and not snooping because I don't want to go back to jail.
All right. Um, it does not take very long for him to return. And he goes, join me. And he will
I'll
guide
get
you
up.
towards the open doors of the palace throne room and guide you into the throne room. The golems meet your gaze as you pass underneath them. Their faces currently absent of any emotion as they like kind of scan you as you enter. Lord Calzenian, the Erlking, is not seated, however, rather looming at his full, almost impossible height. He leans upon the dais of his throne, his bent knee supporting a hefty tome that he currently reads from. Ah, the hag's bastard. As Lord Losk does a very deep bow and says, Your Grace, and departs.
I will attempt to do the same bow.
Make a performance check.
19.
All right. Pretty impressive.
I am aware that the circumstances of me coming here are probably not in to your delight, shall I say, but I do come bearing a gift, and I will show the head.
Well done.
She's gone for good, by the way. The other one is still out there, but She's next on my list.
So noted. Your intrepid attitude is respected.
I am well aware that you owe me no answers to some of the questions I'm about to ask, but I would
You are correct.
ask that you consider what I'm about to ask you.
Indeed, I owe you no explanations, no favors. You kill an enemy of my court, and for that I am grateful. You do so of your own accord. To seek favor with me is unbecoming of your greater purpose. But if
Oh,
you so demand it, I will hear your questions.
see, we'll get to that a little later, but I was actually hoping favor with you could help my greater purpose. Uh, is it true that you had an arrangement with the Sisters of the Moonlit Coven?
Sorry, I'm looking down at something. It is.
She, the one I killed, came to me in your prison. I do not know if she was allowed in by one of your servants or if she snuck in through some manner of foul magics, but she informed me about this and offered a deal trying to appeal to my sense of rage and my vanity. I told
That
her
which
that
is
I
quite
would buy it.
obvious.
Very good. Um, can I ask why? I'm just I I wouldn't presume to understand, but I'd like to try to understand.
As I said, I owe you no explanations. I have
Okay.
seen more than you know, understand more than you could ever fathom. You have a right to hate me, but you have no right to judge me, no right
Oh,
to think you know of a better way. I have lived more lifetimes than you would ever dream of.
I am fully aware of how tempting the offers of the Sisters of the Moonlit Coven can be. I mean,
Understand I was not tempted. She rested at the other end of my blade. Do not presume to understand anything, and do not presume to put truth upon the words of hags. You would, however, understand that when given the opportunity to upend a system of injustice, I took it.
Willem's gonna restrain himself, but he's like, I am fully on board with that. By system of injustice, do you mean this whole arrangement?
The Fey courts operate without impunity. This one's on top, then that one's on top. The summer and winter courts bear no allegiance to their own subjects. Our lives eternal. We needn't worry about the lives of those that are finite by nature.
I think I may be beginning to understand. So, if I were to tell you, I found among the hag's possessions a book, which I believe may contain a line about your fate. That wouldn't worry you all that much.
If you attempt to tempt me,
Oh no, I'll give you the book.
what makes you think it is my own fate?
Well, the really the legend the legible line in the book was, "He'll flee from town and retreat for the sea. All love lost, alone he'll be. For what is a king without a crown?" And I happen to have heard that you are not supposed to wear that crown for a very long time.
Do you think I fear this fate?
No, no. In fact, from what you've said, it sounds like you may welcome it, which is something I admire.
Yes, we are quite a bit alike, you and I. And that is why you have my respect. You face down a king, wretched though you think I am in some points. Your companions, however, suffer the vision of the supposed innocent that died by their word, day in and day out. You, however, will rest with honor. But I do not know what you expect to gain by telling me this information. What is it that you would
Well,
have me do?
can I want to get back to that supposed innocent thing in a second, but I would ask if it is within your power that you, you know, help me accomplish my mission of destroying our shared enemy. Anything you might have, be it information, anything. I know what she is, and I know it is likely that I have only seen a fraction of her power. But
Unfortunately,
you
you
and I,
overstep and you overreach. The Lady Talia was indeed my enemy, a hag living under my own nose in my own domain. The Moonlit Coven has a greater purpose, and though I disdain their very existence, they are now outside of my realm of expertise and power, and pose no threat to my plans. You have your own reasons for killing them. If you so demand it, I would name you Hagsbane, and you would never see ill tidings while you are in my domain. You might see greater fortune should you kill the final, in my gratitude, but you receive no aid from me in your quest. The plans I have are far greater.
forgive me for overstepping, Lord. I was simply seeking information, anything that could help me, destroy this
I have nothing
wretch.
to offer
And
you.
oh, I was just gonna say, though she may no longer be in your domain, I know you have disdain for her kind, whatever. Okay.
I have nothing left to offer you.
I have a final question. A trifle.
You come asking much.
I simply seek to understand.
By all means.
You mentioned the supposed innocent that you took the life of.
Indeed.
What was the purpose of your test?
I do not kill without purpose. Each one of those individuals was deserving of death. I knew that one of them aided an enemy, and I wished to understand whom it was. I have no doubt I would have learned in time. I assigned it as an opportunity for you all to prove yourselves. The summer sinner is no longer a member of her own court. She is not welcome there. And yet she would have been welcome here with open arms, had she prioritized the work that was begun. You all are guests in my city, and I ask much of my guests, to be sure. You chose to ignore what was asked of you, and prove that you are not worth my time by choosing to name someone in your place without having done the work. They lack honor. Honor I am impressed a mere human has.
And if that was the case, why put me in jail?
I spared you, having to see the death that they brought upon themselves. They will be tormented by these nightmares for days and weeks and years to come, and be undone. They may think it little now, but everyone does, for a time.
Okay. Uh, well, that's really all I had. I was hoping to get some more information about when she mentioned Hyla Sarah, and I wanted to let you know about the book, but
Indeed, if you would leave it here, you would have my gratitude.
the book is at my place of residence, but I will ensure that it is turned over.
I am grateful. Do enjoy the wild hunt. It is going to be a spectacular occasion. Make an insight check.
20.
He says that with a bit of like begrudgingness. He's clearly not thrilled about it.
I'm sure whatever you have planned in your project will be sure to impress all of your guests.
You overreach once again. The wild hunt is a distraction. A bit of advice, if I may.
Of course.
You are bold and strong, and you will go far. But you limit yourself with a sharp tongue that does not nearly match the sharpness that you believe to be your wit. Be gone now.
Begone, Hagsbane, I say as I walk out of the room.
All right.
Oh, do you, I hold up Talia's, do you want,
Leave.
I leave.
All right. Enough of the day has passed that I will say we will take a short break before returning to Dunk.
Okay.
I'm mad.
Dunk. Dunk, you are venturing through the city. What are you looking to accomplish with your time?
Um, I don't have the book to get repaired.
You do. Willem left it with you.
Oh, I do. That's right.
Yes.
For some reason, yeah, you're right. I guess I'll get my chore out of the way,
Okay.
and then so yeah, I'll find some kind of shop.
Sure. I'll say it'll determine how long it takes for you to do it by making a perception check.
Uh, uh 11.
It takes you a good couple of hours, and you're kind of left wondering about the state of your companions. However, you do inevitably find foolscap and quills, a resource for all manner of fine paper and parchments, and it's led by Master Dunmatter. The sign on the outside indicates this is very clearly a bookshop of sorts, and there's a little jingle as you enter. Good day. Welcome to Full Scrap and Kill Wills. I am Master Dunmatter. Is there something in the literary or papier department that I can aid you with, good sir?
Uh, Hello, my guy. I am looking to get this book prepared. It got a little wet.
Oh,
And,
oh.
I'm a little
Um,
new to books, but I know they don't really like water.
he will like kind of drop like a monocle that telescopes out, and he like kind of scans the book very delicately and like lifts it up. Ooh, this is and he kind of squeezes a little bit as water drips out. He goes, yes, this is indubitably not something that you want to happen to your books. Unfortunately, there are many empty pages in here that are beyond repair. But with a fine hand and a bit of time, he's just going to peel away the pages. I would be able to at least get you into position where some more of it is legible. And perhaps restore some of the pages so that you might write in it anew. Is that what you're also looking for? Or are you hoping to simply maintain as much of the existing content as you can?
I think as much as existing content as possible.
I
Uh,
see. Yes. Uh, well, perhaps, fair enough. This is something I can indeed work on. I cannot promise that it'll be done anytime soon. Do you have a timeline in mind?
well, the apocalypse is kind of coming before then. But
I assume you mean the wild hunt. Yes, it gets quite nasty in the city. To be perfectly honest, I was quite glad that Old Hallow was not hosting for some time, but wherever lords and ladies end up, the wild hunt will follow.
so what's the wild hunt all about? What happened?
It's a bit of
Tell
a
me.
vibe, you see.
Uh,
But realistically, what it is a bunch of drunk oafs hunting a stag in the woods. People put so much pleasure in bleeding things, but I much prefer good ink and quality parchment. He'll set the book down. I'll be glad to work on this as soon as possible. Is there anything else that can interest you in foolscap and quiz while you are here?
um, this might be. By the way, with that book repair, kind of keep it on the down low.
Uh,
Uh, there's sensitive subjects in that book.
I understand. Well, you should know that everyone here at Full Scrap and Quiz is treated with the utmost respect, and we'll be sure to ensure that this book is for your eyes only, sir.
Always appreciated.
Much obliged, my liege.
Um, Also, do you happen to have pretty niche any books about people traveling planes or getting stuck between planes? Any kind of interplanar travel? Yeah.
Interplanar travel is a topic not written about in high centuries. In consideration for someone coming into our shop, but I do believe I have just the thing for you. And he will kind of venture off into the back, and you hear a lot of rummaging. No, 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 not that one. What are the... Ah, here we are. Conthorium's Ethereal Emporium. Uh, and he will bring it out, and it's a very thin book, but it is clearly very old. There's fraying and foxing around the edges, and it is leather bound in some places. And he just goes, Yes, Gunthurium is a bit of a one of the more respected agents of our histories, and has been known to cross through some of the well-established portals in the major cities. Um, but I do believe that you will find this of some level of interest. It is a bit pricey, if you don't mind. It would be, given its history and the condition that it's been maintained in, 475 gold.
As a book guy, you must be pretty interested in this, the local history, uh, the progenitors.
The progenitors. You speak of those that came before.
I do indeed. What if I told you that I had some little statues that were made by the progenitors?
This would be most intriguing. Though, admittedly, I am not a proprietor of ancestral artifacts. I would be more intrigued if you had anything of the written word from our progenitors.
Mm, I don't
I'm
believe I do, but I mean, how cool would it be to have this statue in like anybody looking for information about the progenitors? And this is pristine.
Make a persuasion check.
10.
Well, I deeply appreciate the offer. If you are short on gold, I would be happy to hold on to this book for the time being, and you might consider selling those to Mortem's Curiosities. A very peculiar individual, Mortem, but he would be no doubt interested in anything that you have found of the progenitor race.
Well, done,
Master
dude,
Dunmatter.
done matter. Uh, you drive a hard bargain, but I'll go ahead and give you the 475 gold.
Much obliged, sir. And would you care for me to wrap it for you?
Uh, no, and I'll just kind of put it in a fold.
You kind of like grimaces. It's much obliged, sir. I will, if you inform me of where you're staying in Old Hallow, I'll be glad to inform you of when the book is repaired.
We are at the Twilight Hearth.
Most pristine establishment, very tall building. Tell me, is Glug still running things over there?
Oh, and his voice is
Impeccable,
smooth and
indeed.
oh, fuck, what is it?
Unfortunately, I've run out of time and I won't get to hear about what it is.
And the view is amazing.
Indeed. Yes, well, should you be needing anything else, feel free to stop by. Full caps and quiz.
Okay, great. Well, that'll do it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Are you doing anything else with your day?
Um, I'm gonna look around at are there any like gatherings of hunters for the wild hunt?
There are quite a few people around, especially given where you are in the city. There are a handful of restaurants and taverns nearby where people gather. If you would like to attempt to make a perception check for anyone in particular, feel free.
I'm gonna look for the guy that wants Willem to join his team.
Huh?
Forgot his name.
Knob not.
Knobnot. 11.
Um, you do not see Knob not wandering around. What you do see, however, are a number of interesting looking creatures that actually feel quite familiar to you. They are not bugbears, but they are like similar in stature and scale to yourself. It's a small tribe of about 4 or 5 individuals. Make a nature check to see if you recognize this species.
7.
You don't know what they are, but they are all having a grand old time. There's kind of an outdoor seating area. Their feet are propped up on tables. There's one particular woman who's like holding 2 tankards in her hand, and she kind of slams one on the table, and she's clearly in the midst of telling a story. Um, and she goes, "I remember the last wild hunt. And you thought you had your hands around the stag's throat, and it turned out to be a collection of pixies, you chump! You ain't got shit on me, Helena Erlking!"
Uh, I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna offer the one that's speaking a drink. Let me buy you a drink. Tell me about your trip.
Ah, much obliged, my friend, but as you can see, I've already got my hands full. Are you in town for the Wild Hunt as well?
I'm around. And yeah,
Ah.
we're gonna be in the Wild Hunt some kind of way. But I don't really know exactly what it is. Sounds
Oh, well,
fun.
it's kind of like a vibe, like it's just gonna like slam the mug down on the table, and she's just gonna go like you get a great big beast that you're gonna go off and hunt, and well, you hope for the best that your team comes out on top.
And which team would yours be?
Trying to do a little bit of what is it like spycraft, son? She'll stick out a
A bit of
hand.
recon, yeah.
Helena Bearkin of the Arcane Bear tribe. We've yet to declare for a champion. You trying to woo our favor?
We I am feeling out the crowd. But
Make an
um,
insight check.
yeah. 8. Dice jail.
You're not getting You're not getting a lot from Hilaria. You can't really tell like if she's being genuine or if this is just like her attitude in general. But you're not really getting a ton from her. She's surrounded by 4 other people of similar size and stature, kind of like some variant between like looking like very doughy and others looking like a little bit more toned and rippled. Um, but they're all kind of like eyeing you up in an interesting way.
So we'll say, uh, my friends and I are pretty great at hunting hag.
I see. Well, I don't think that any type of manner of beast will be involved in this hunt. But if that's the case, I'd stay away from the Parliament.
What's up with Parliament?
Well, nobody likes to spread rumors about the competition, but word on the street is Bonecrack has a bit of a soft spot for witches and hags.
Good to know. Have y'all done the Wild Hunt before?
Oh, sure, we're old veterans.
Have you ever won?
Unfortunately not. We try to declare for an underdog in most cases. And in the reality of the times, Lord Ervin never really did a great job running the Wild Hunt. Always just, well, it was a lot of pomp and not a lot of circumstance, if you know what I mean.
Ah, these rich types.
Indeed. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my drinks. And she's going to hoist them up. She goes, but we'll see you at the Samhain feast, if that is the case.
I would love that, and I will make good on my word. I'm gonna buy you a drink.
Much obliged. All right.
Um, I guess in that case, I'm gonna head back to the hearth.
All right. Branwen, you arrive back with your companion and enter the Twilight Hearth, your suite, to find your companions Randy, Willem, and Dunk eagerly awaiting your arrival. The three of you, however, are surprised to see a guest with Branwen and Sina. The familiar lengthy blonde locks and towering physique of the one Lyra.
Oh, shit.
Long time no see.
Guys, look who it
Well,
is.
it is indeed a pleasure to see you all again.
It
Branwen
is
tells me
wonderful.
you've had quite the adventure since we last parted ways.
Oh, yes. How are things in the
Something like
material plane?
Well, as I told Branwen, they've been better. But things are moving along as they do. It's been a year since you all left.
Have you stopped by the old house at all?
Oh, sure. We've been there quite a bit. In fact, Branwen, why don't you share with them the good news?
You pregnant?
No?
What?
I didn't know
No,
that could
no.
happen.
Willem's asking Branwen.
What? No, we have a way to get back.
Oh,
I wasn't even talking about that.
Oh wait,
Uh,
which
no.
news were you talking about?
I was talking about your spoils of the estate.
Oh, yeah, that too. I just put a bag of 2,000 gold on the counter. I don't think we deserve any of this, but they wouldn't let me not take it.
The deed is in your name. You are privy to the spoils.
I hope everybody else got some too. We're trying to do a worker cooperative model.
Oh yes, we paid everybody very fair and equitable salaries. Gave some to the city, and as I told Brandon, we did keep some to shore up the defenses of the estate, and also give a bit of a sizable sum to the city after the bout of the illness that ran through it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you all should probably know that the estate now has 3 more guests to it.
Who?
Puck and Poppy and Cleo.
Oh, great. That's good. They found a little home there.
Yeah.
Willem's just gonna start drumming his fingers on the table.
I feel as though you
Yeah,
would likely all have quite a bit to catch up on, so how about I head downstairs and talk to that very lovely little proprietor?
Yeah. Hey, there
He's
might
got
be
a
some
sultry
scramble left in the
voice.
pan. So you can feel free to take some scramble if you want. Kind
Much
of old,
obliged.
but it's good.
Uh-huh.
And she will leave you all to talk amongst yourselves.
Hi.
Oh.
How was your trip?
Um, it was all right. I went to Silverhaven.
And
I
just
thought I was
for
gonna. I
frame
thought it
of
was.
reference, it's very late tonight. Like it's very late. Like it is the evening. It's
Yeah,
gone dinner time.
we got back earlier than I thought we would, so that's kind of nice.
Why?
I had to go talk to my dad about family stuff.
Uh-huh.
Kind of things.
hmm
How's your dad?
He started making sculptures out of like sea glass.
Is he
Oh,
good?
that's
I hold up a little, just kind of rickety looking little fish.
Sea bass is sea glass.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that's what I
Yes.
said. He hadn't even thought of that.
He didn't think of that? Was he fucking stupid? Sorry.
Okay, well, you can,
That
yeah,
was
you
mean.
can. That was
Is
kind
it
of mean.
Chris, is it good?
So there's the fish is not good, but if Brandon shows you both, the duck is
And there's
much
also a
better.
duck.
Yeah, the duck is much better.
That's
Awesome.
that's a pretty good duck.
The fish one's fine though. Yeah, no, I needed to talk to him about Colette.
Oh, what's up with your hot sister?
Well,
You
now I
can
don't want to say anything.
you can assume my facial reactions are Cena's facial reactions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris is embodying Sina for this conversation.
I'm just very worried about her. And I think that she's mixed up in some stuff. So then I went to Poppy and Cleo's to see if they could help me figure out some stuff. And that also didn't help. But I got them a new place to live, though, so that kind of worked out.
Our house.
Yes.
Great. Love that.
It's not like we're there right now.
No, but hopefully we will be someday. Anyway,
Brandy,
water on the bridge.
Yeah.
Cleo said some stuff about Seraphel that I think it wasn't a lot, but
Oh, okay. No, that's great.
she's oh gosh. Um
The evil fairy who likes to traumatize people.
she's not
Seraphel?
evil.
She doesn't like to traumatize people.
It just happens.
She really doesn't.
Okay.
But apparently Seraphil doesn't want to end all things, but the way that she's going right now it will, which I mean, okay.
Yeah.
And also there's another champion.
There's a fucking what? There's a
Yeah.
third one?
Yeah.
You don't know anything about him?
They're in the mountains, but she didn't know what plane.
Okay. That's very
mountains.
interesting.
Is it a goat?
It could be a goat.
Could be a horse.
Could be the goat.
That's a lot to process.
What's going on with your sister? Is everything okay? I kind of feel like we're past the point of being vague with each other. I feel like we should kind of just tell each other.
So the reason
what's up.
why I wanted to try to figure it out for myself because then I feel like all of you guys would hate her more and try to kill her, which I really don't want you guys to do.
I don't hate
Oh,
her.
I'm not
gonna
gonna kill her.
I feel like you're gonna try to kill her.
She's not a hag, is she? You're not laughing.
Hey, she's not a hag, is she?
I found something of hers in Talia's lair.
Sorry, what?
Yo, tell me I nailed that question. Sorry.
Sorry, what?
Exactly. That's why I tried to figure it out for myself to see if I could find out something.
What's going on?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Oh,
We don't know that she's like.
But I know my mom is
We
super
don't-
fucking evil.
your sister's not Gwen, right?
No, she's not.
Okay.
But my mom is super evil. She's met with Ophelia before.
What?
And also she tried to have me executed.
What?
So that's a whole separate thing.
Ew, on God, Anadara, fuck your mom.
Did you? Sorry, what? Did you find all of this out yesterday?
Yeah, actually. Well,
Today.
technically today.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That was just in her things.
What? Wait, what part?
All of it?
Oh, no. Well, the part that I know where my mom definitely met with Gwen, I found out from my dad because I described her really well. And then I found out from Cleo through a spooky vision in which I saw myself do some terrible things through somebody else's eyes that my mom did try to have me executed.
All right,
Did
we'll
you?
back to that.
Oh,
That's cool. Interesting.
Willem is gonna get up and start pacing, and then he's gonna go. Of course, it would be your hot sister.
She's not
Well,
she might
saying
not-
she's not saying that Colette is involved. It's just that there might be a connection.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
No, but this is typical Gwen getting her fingers into everything, and
She
They're
does
always-
finger.
they're always pretty.
What was it that you found of Gwen, of your sister's, the hag tower?
I pull out the um basically training guide that's written in my handwriting. There's only one of these.
Uh-huh. Why would scrying? Is that why she would have it? Make it easier to see you?
Well, how would she have gotten it?
Well,
That's the problem.
maybe your is so. Oh fuck. So is your mom working with hags?
For sure.
Oh, we gotta kill your mom. I'm sorry.
I
Okay. Okay.
honestly,
We'll cross that
Willem,
bridge when we get to it.
I'm actually not opposed.
Are they gonna be here tomorrow?
I don't know. I was gonna ask tonight, but I was scared that if I contacted Colette and you guys would get mad at me.
Do you want me to scry on your mom?
I feel like that could be a scary idea.
The only person
And
who
she'd
knows who
probably
you
be doing something like really boring, like talking to a bunch of other people because she's a freaking mooch.
I could maybe
She also
figure out
does
what
work for
she's
her.
doing though, or
We can
saying.
try,
Be some information, you know.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Can you draw a picture of your mom real quick? Like full body. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
But I've heard your mom doesn't have red hair.
Does my mom not have red hair?
It's like dirty, like
I forgot.
Auburn. It's like Auburn.
Ah,
I heard your
damn.
red hair comes from your dad because otherwise you could have a hag mom,
Well, I'm more of a
which
I'm more of a
would never be
ginger.
something I would think.
It's more of a ginger. It's more orangey.
Oh, carrot top.
Can I attempt real quick to cast scry on Branwen's mom?
You're not gonna get any bonuses in this circumstance. Like you
Fair.
don't know what she looks like, and
Then it's
you haven't.
just a
You don't even have a name, to be perfectly honest. Branwen has not provided a name.
What's your mom's name?
Is Branwen's mom not good enough?
do I not have her likeness in Branwen's face?
No, not enough to
Her
scry
name is
on.
Annalise.
Do I not have a
Like,
body part of her through Branwen's hair?
No.
Mrs. Foxbriar. Is her name?
Wait, I do get +5 of I've heard of the tar. Oh, they get a +5.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they get a +5 on this then.
Okay. So what's the DC?
17 wisdom.
And it's their own wisdom saving throw +5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
bardic inspiration.
Yeah, she rolled very high. You are not able to see where she is right now.
38. Holy shit.
Yeah, your mom is not
Yeah.
she's very wise, it seems.
Has your mom always been evil?
Well, mostly she's just kind of a bitch.
But like an evil bitch?
I mean, she wasn't like openly like vindictive or anything. But now I just found out that she legitimately tried to have me executed. So that's kind of a lot to unpack.
That explains the whole you cheated death twice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would kill your mom for you or with you. That'd be cool.
Do you think your mom might want to be a better person?
No.
It doesn't sound like it.
Okay, we might have to kill your mom. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sina places her hand
Um,
on the small of like Branwen's back, like in very clear view of everybody. She goes, maybe we don't have to talk excessively about what or what we won't be doing to Branwen's mom right now.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
fuck Branwen's mom.
I love that we don't know her name, so we're just calling her Branwen's mom.
It's like when
It's
you go over to
Annalise.
somebody's house and you're like, Mrs. Branwen's mom, can I please have some
Yeah.
juice?
Miss Foxbriar.
Is Foxbriar?
Ah!
Is it okay if I call my sister? Will you guys get mad?
Are the Dawn Guard gonna show up and try to arrest us?
They're not going to come into Old Hallow.
Yeah, they
think
super can't come here over like any official capacity for sure.
Yeah, you can call your
They know we're here, so
Yeah.
go for it.
Willem will like lay back and put his feet up on like the table and go, "I am welcome here now."
Hey, yeah. How'd your meeting with the Erlking go?
What? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Oh, I talked to the Erlking. Yeah. I'm Hagsbane now, by the way.
Oh hell yeah, that's sick.
And how'd you
Yeah.
get that?
Fuck yeah,
Oh,
what hag-
because I showed him the hag head. Because we killed the hag, Branwen.
That's it?
I went in there and I talked to him, and he's like, actually, I respect you. Apparently, you guys are going to have terrible nightmares about condemning an innocent person to or presumed innocent person to death.
Who?
All of you.
No, who did we condemn?
Oh, Bug.
Who?
Remember the person, the
Yeah,
big
Bug
blue
was
girl?
never
She got
the
your
traitor. It was
yeah,
fucking Dustus.
she got her
Do we
face
know that?
melted off.
Yes. Well, I
Yeah.
do. I pull out one of the books that I found along with Colette's things, and I had to read a bunch like in the car and stuff.
In the
But
car.
in the car, which was a treat. um but yeah, no, it's talking about him spying, like keeping the thorns off the trail and stuff. So I was gonna go find what's his name? You know,
Jingle
I was gonna
Bell
go meet with him.
Oh,
probably
What?
could have gathered that also from when we were sort of interrogating him, and he admitted that he had begged the hag to
Yeah, but
pay
this is also
more.
written proof, which is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah. Apparently, they all deserve to die for some reason, according to
I mean, we
what
can
I've
just
read.
use that and like get free scries whenever we just like lord it over him.
Yeah.
Is that's all you guys talked about?
No, talked about. I tried to understand his motivations. I asked him if he could give me any information to help killing Gwen, and he was like, "You overreach, boy. They're not in my realm anymore, so I don't care so much anymore. But I still really hate them." And I was like,
That's
"Okay,
so
that's
Earl
fine."
King.
Yeah. And then I gave him that book we found where he said he was gonna kill himself, or I said I would give it to him. I actually gave it to Dunk.
Where did
It's
it
big
say he was gonna
face.
kill himself?
Gonna throw himself into the sea, crownless. He's not gonna be on the throne for
You
a
gave
long
him that
time.
book?
I didn't give him anything. I gave it to
Did you
Dunk,
tell
but
him that?
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What's the big
Branwen
deal?
goes absolutely white.
What's the big deal? It was
Pretty
about
sure
him.
that's not about. It's not about him.
Okay, why do you think that?
Cause context clues?
Because yeah, that's what I use too to
Because
deduce
reading
what happened.
comprehension?
Yeah. Uh, all love lost because people aren't gonna love him anymore after whatever happens at the Wild Hunt. And oh boy, I think it's gonna be a big
Why do
deal.
you think this is something that has yet to happen?
I assumed it was a book of prophecy. It's hag shit.
What do you think it is?
The king without a crown is the king whose seat was taken from him by a hag deal. You
Well, then he's
idiots.
not the king anymore, is he? He's just a god.
Yes. So what is a king without a crown? It's
What's a
Not,
god
about
to a non-believer?
you know, king without a crown could also be a king, the Earl King. It's in the name. Who's gonna give up the crown
Well,
because he's gonna have a short reign on the throne. Reading clues, comprehension.
this is
Aren't
really
You
bad.
don't know.
aren't
You don't know
all of
it's your guy.
aren't aren't all of the people who lead the courts also kings and queens? They're just not like the king.
Yeah, well, he's the king.
Okay, so I think what Bramwin is saying could also be true. That's what I'm
So
saying.
what's the big deal? I told him about a
So
thing
the
that
big
already
deal
happened.
is that all of those hags are trying to get rid of the courts, and
Yeah,
we found out what that stupid fucking project is that they've been working on,
yeah. Well,
which is
uh,
they're trying to get a poison that kills archfey,
okay.
and you just told them the lead on where Amar is.
Isn't he gonna
You
be here tomorrow? Don't they
moron.
know where to find
No!
Summer Court?
No! The whole thing!
How do you know about a fucking archfey killing poison? Branwen?
There was in books, right?
It's just like a childhood story that you know.
Oh, another piece of random Branwen lore.
Damn it. I have this in my notes somewhere and it got all mixed up yesterday.
And to be clear, Willem, you do remember that Branwen has shared in the past that Amar hasn't been seen in some time.
Okay.
Also, not everyone's coming for the Wild Hunt.
I figured it was a thing that all the important people went to, but I guess not, because somebody has only told me the Wild
a
Hunt
vibe.
is a vibe
It's
and
a
won't give me
vibe.
any fucking specifics about who's coming, what we're doing. It's like Coachella. There's a party. Everybody gets
It's
drunk.
also
There's a
like
hunt.
the snake pit at the Indy 500.
Everyone just
Yeah.
relax. Just relax. At the end of the day, we're putting information out into the world so that we can all help each other understand what's going on
Right.
better.
That is a very good point.
This is really bad.
I will hold my questions for later. How is Seraphel, Randy?
Oh yeah, she's
What?
got some stuff going on for sure. For sure.
You looked at her again?
What the fuck is wrong with all of
No,
you?
I made her some scramble. We talked outside of town. She did not eat the scramble, which I thought was kind of rude.
What is
That
wrong
is
with
so
all?
Really dumb. But he's alive.
He's immortal.
I'm immortal.
Mm.
Um, I know how you feel about this Cena, but I
No,
I
you
do think
don't. Because if you did understand, you wouldn't have done it. Look, I was actually really hoping to talk about this to you in private. But clearly it makes no sense. Because you won't hear me otherwise. I've accepted your oddities in the past. That's what made me love you. This, whatever you're doing now, it's fanaticism. It's the kind of thing that you told me you used to hate about the gods. And it's the very thing that I fell into. Fanaticism with deity, with her, and I was lost until you came back into my life. And now you take us down this path. I will not follow. And it'll be the last shred of you, of the person I remember, leaving me all over again. Support whoever the hell you want. Support Adara. You're her champion, whatever. Be your own man. Be the man I wanted to grow up to be like. She will turn and slam a bedroom door behind her.
I'm just gonna send her a little telepathic message. Do you want to be alone or not? Alone.
Can she respond?
Yeah.
Okay, she'll DM you.
Oh my god, she'll DM me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, secret, secret. So what did she say? Did you get anything out of this?
I'm gonna go for a walk when I leave.
Shit.
How was shopping, Dunk?
They're gonna fix my book, or our book, and I got a book. Hopefully I might build more about interplanar, interplanar travel.
Cool.
But oh, and I met some people. Talk about the wild hunt. They look like me. Which is kind of cool. See a whole lot of bugbear-esque folk. But they also weren't very helpful about telling me what it was, just a vibe. So
I told you. It's a vibe.
Is there something stopping you from being more specific?
I feel like that's as specific as I need to be.
No, no.
Okay, well, it's a hunt. You hunt things, but also get really drunk, and there's violence there.
And we are for sure not going to be hunted.
Probably not.
That's not the answer I
it was
was
some kind of
hoping for.
stag that were.
A lot of times it's some kind of deer-looking thing.
Oh, cool.
It's a hunt. What do you want?
You know,
I think
there's lots
he
of
meant
other
because
things.
he looks like a deer.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. People could hunt boar or turkey or all sorts of other things. Doesn't always have
Well,
to be
maybe like wrap
deer.
those up in some blaze orange or something.
Well, assuming
Ace orange.
nobody wants to kill
Also,
me.
I'm still pissed at you. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So, how did that help him find Amar? If that is what is happening.
They're trying. They've been trying hard to find Damar, and the information that I gave Losk to try to get you out of prison, to try to buy your way out of prison, is that the summer court doesn't know where he is either because they're that interested.
Okay. Cool. And the book, which was again one line, how does that tell them how to find him exactly? I'm sorry, I'm spacing
It narrows
just
it
1 minute.
down.
Oh, from the entire plane of the Feywild.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, narrowing it down to still substantial parts. Hey, crazy question. What's so bad if the Archfey lose their immortality?
Isn't that the whole thing that the hags are trying to accomplish, is to get rid of the entire Archfey cycle so that they can take over the Feywild?
Yeah, but like, what if there's also no hags?
One of these things will happen before the other. It's not going to happen simultaneously.
Yeah, maybe neither will happen. Because it's written down in a book or whatever doesn't mean it's for sure gonna happen. The Erlking is for sure planning
It's
something.
not a prophecy. Jesus Christ.
Well, then it already happened. Anyway, yeah, the Erlking was like weird when I talked to him, and he very much is like, yeah, I've accepted my own death, so you're on to something there. Oh my god, I have to spell everything out. He was like, oh, well, I hope you enjoy the wild hunt. And there was like a tinge of regret in his voice. And I was like, I basically told him, oh, you've accepted your fate, because he said he's going to end the unjust cycle and put an end to the petty squabbling of the courts and immortality. And he seemed really cool with that. So I think it's fair to say he's accepted his own death to an extent. Also,
Can I clarify one thing?
yeah.
You didn't get regret from the Earl King. You got like frustration. Like he sees the Wild Hunt as an interruption.
Oh, he did say it was but a distraction.
Right.
Yeah.
A distraction for what?
Probably whatever his master scheme is.
Fucking Christ. Okay. I need to make some phone calls.
Need to return some
Phone.
videotapes.
I gotta stop by the Blockbuster.
And I will head outside.
Hey, Dunk, wanna grab a drink downstairs?
I would love nothing.
Sounds
All
good.
right. You two head downstairs and find Lyra, sipping politely from a curled glass, not unlike what you would find a pina colada in. And she's just
So
kind of
you
like
like me?
Fun.
daintily sipping from it. And Branwen, you're headed like out.
I will head in the direction of the Gilded Skull, but I'm gonna make some phone calls as I'm doing that. But I need to figure out word counts.
Okay.
The hell is the
Well,
Gilded Skull?
I'll give
Don't
you
worry
some
about it.
time to
You're
think
not
about
going there.
that.
Thank you.
Randy, where are you off to?
I'm just going for a walk. I'm casting commune as I do.
You're gonna talk to Adara.
Sure am.
Okay. This is you can ask 3 questions and you can get like non-ambiguous answers, right? Effectively,
Yes.
or rather, they can be ambiguous, but they don't have to
It
be yes or
can
no.
be.
Yeah.
I think I like the way you've been doing it.
Okay. As you walk, the spectral form of the fair-haired Adara will materialize next
Should
to you
we
in kind of a.
hear?
Yeah, you guys can go on mute, the rest of you.
Oh, okay. That
And
was a
it
good.
will appear next to you. Um, you seem troubled.
Yeah, I had a conversation today
Of this I
with
am aware.
well, um I thought that it went pretty well. But she kind of seems to want to kill all of the gods. But she didn't mention anything about the tree or anything like that. I was a little bit confused about that, and honestly, I think I can kind of I don't know if I agree with her, but everyone I've kind of talked to have said how the gods don't do anything for them, can't do anything, and you know, uh, me and all of my friends have suffered a lot in different ways, especially Cena. And it kind of brings up a good point. I,
What do you ask of
I
me?
know I know that the spell doesn't require. I can't ask questions that aren't yes or no. Can you do things to prevent the, uh, suffering from happening to people
Our
if you are
flocks,
this powerful?
our flocks are large, and we must tend to them with equal care. The paths of fate are different for each of us. Who's to say that you were not meant to endure those challenges so that you might become the person you are today? As gods, we grant you the will to overcome, the resolve to endure. What more would you ask of us? An end to suffering. Suffering is a part of life. It is what makes you who you are. I think your companion Willem would feel similarly. Where would he be? Would he be the man he is today if his parents were still alive?
No, look, I'm just some asshole who's asking questions, and I know that like you've made me your champion, or whatever. I All right. Well, I've also heard that there might be a third champion somewhere. Do you know anything about this?
Make an insight check. Actually, no, you can't. She's a god.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There were many of you at a time. What became of some of them is lost to time. Anyone who still lives is unlikely to support our cause.
And I can't help but think that talking to Seraphel, I don't know how you feel about it, but I know that I think it was the right thing to do. I feel like she's got a lot of determination to do what she wants to do, and she's going to get there, as she put it, whether I stand in her way or not. Um, is it worth it to keep talking to her to try to get through to her to stop this from happening? I
If
think
you ask if I approve of your decision, I do not. I have warned you for some time that her nature has overcome her, and that she is not worth the conversation. If you would ask me if I would suggest you persist with this act, I would not. But at the end of the day, I would tell you that she is too dangerous to be kept alive. Succeed where others failed before you, Randy. Do not just lock her away. Free her from the trial of life that she has endured. This is why I made you my champion. And she will fade as you continue on your walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna just walk around for like an hour, and then I'm gonna come back to the Twilight Hearth.
Okay? You can bring Branwen back.
Branwen.
Hello, Branwen.
Hello, it's me.
Who are you calling?
I got two things. I'm Sorkinin,
Okay.
but in my brain. I'm gonna send the first one to Yolalander.
Yelander, yes.
I got this one to exactly 25 words, baby.
Let's hear it.
And it's an info dump.
Okay.
Hey, girl, hey! Possible lead on a Mar by the sea. Erlking knows. Erlking responsible for usurp via hag. Maybe making blood of bark. Hunt distraction? Please advise.
Okay, please hold.
Yep. D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D
That
D
is
D
not helping.
D D D.
His message is brief. In your
Oh
mind.
no.
You've done exceptionally well. We need proof of blood of the bark, so that we might act accordingly. Home will welcome you.
Okay, and then the second one I send is to Colette.
Okay.
Hey girl, hey. Need to talk to you. Can you get to Old Hallow? Hunt us soon. Need to talk to Walder too, only if he wants.
Her pithy voice rings in your ear. Oh,
Me?
hey. Oh, hey, you. A Dawn Guard can't just waltz into Old Hallow. Do you have a place to meet? Why not Hyla Sarah?
Why does she always end these on a question? I hate you.
I'll give you some time to think. Send Willem and Dunk back unless there's something else you'd like to do.
I just keep heading to the whatchamacallit.
Actually, don't send them back yet then.
Oh, okay.
Because this is inevitably as you arrive, the macabre yet elegant establishment not far from the cemetery. It's well appointed inside and out, which is hard to say for most of the buildings of Old Hallow. You get the sense that this is probably prime real estate, given how kind of put together it is. Um, you enter, and there's a circular bar at the center, surrounded by plush, albeit dusty, lounges and armchairs well positioned to afford for solitary drinking. But Sina has clearly pulled one aside, so there can be two right next to each other. You're quite impressed at the outer walls that are all lined with that kind of well-appointed biology, like beasts and humanoid skeletons placed and flanked by anatomical sketches and illegible notes of people's findings on them. Um, One in particular catches your eye, lengthy and slender, with a narrow skull resembling some of the skeletal warriors you fought outside of Misthold and within the progenitor ruins.
Aliens.
Aliens indeed. Cena
Uh,
is like nursing, like has her head down, like is nursing like a small mug.
I will just go and do the same thing.
Hey, you. Sorry, I
Randy really fucked it up, huh?
yeah, I'm sorry. I needed to get out of there.
No, I get it.
I went out through the window. It's a long way down 7 flights of wall.
Yeah, but you're really good at climbing.
I am.
Um, so what now?
I don't think I can be with him. Be around him. Not if he intends to keep up this charade. We are not ready to fight her, which means we can't be just talking to her. But there will come a day where we will have to. And I need to know that he's doing this for us and not for her or something that he doesn't understand and only claims to.
I can try to talk to him later. I don't know how successful that will be.
Maybe we stay here tonight?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. How are you? Willem was
An idiot.
as expected.
Oh god. Yeah, I told that Dawn Guard guy about it. So we gotta go do a sealing mission at some point between, or some point. Don't know when.
Tonight?
Wild Hunt's tomorrow.
I mean, do you need it done before the wild hunt?
It's going to be extremely dangerous. Is the problem?
Nothing two stealthy ladies like ourselves can't accomplish.
That would be such a bad idea. And I've already used 2 spell slots. We'll think on it. Maybe.
Okay, you can send Willem and Jung back while you think about it, Colette, and you can let me know. Willem and Dunk, you are situated in the bar with Lyra, who fills you in on a bit of things that occurred in the material plane while you were gone. Specifically, she mentions how, given the death of the cult, there was quite a bit of economic resurgence after your departure. But red wine, despite being a known cult enabler, was able to buy his way out of any wrongdoing with a flash of some gold. And it would appear that Marcus Blackwood of the Trowood Traders Guild became quite irate, and as their feud went on, inevitably he poisoned a vat of wine with the intent of killing red wine off. Unfortunately, the shipments were mixed up, and it spread an awful sickness through Trowood. Elray caught it, and many died, including Thomas Blunt's aunt. So he had Blackwood put to death. And now the state runs the Traders Guild, which, suffice to say, has been a bit of a boon for the city of Trowood. It's becoming the jewel of Yusan.
Well, that's certainly a mixed bag. But
Indeed.
all's well that ends well, I suppose.
I suppose things are going relatively well. Um, as she speaks, your companion Randy enters, returning from his walk.
Howdy. Oh, he's not here.
But you can tell him he can come back. Yeah. Hi, Randy.
Howdy, friend.
Hey,
You.
Um,
Oh,
okay.
I'm no, no, super not. I'm
Do you want to talk?
It kind of seems like everyone is. They just think that talking to Seraphel is this horrible idea. I kind of feel like no one's talked to her ever, and that's like why she's like this.
other than, you know, Sina and the other members of her cult.
Not, no, no, no. Talk to her and like no one's tried to understand.
Okay.
Not to say that I agree with anything that Seraphel's done. I think what she's done to Cena is horrible,
Mhm.
and I, you know, obviously feel ways about that. But I I don't I don't I but I can't lose Cena. So I
Mhm.
guess I have to not ever talk to Seraphel and get, I don't know, a lot of shit straight. But Adara also thinks that I should not talk to Seraphel, but I don't know if I necessarily agree with Adara in this either. And I kind of want to do my own thing because that's what I think is right. But Cena, I can't put her I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Do you, do you still want to talk to Seraphel? What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. I don't I just I she's going to kill a lot of people.
Yes.
So our options as I see it are talk her down,
Mhm.
stop her from raising her armies and doing all the stuff that she said she was going to do,
Mhm.
or kill her right now, which we can't do.
Yep.
Because if we wait, she will raise those armies and she will kill far, far more.
Mhm.
And we cannot let that happen. Like, yes, there's the whole world tree shit, but honestly, she's going to do a lot more before she gets access to that.
What does she even want?
She wants to kill all the gods, just straight up.
Okay. And why does that mean she has to kill lots of people here?
I don't know. But it really seemed every time I brought it up, it really seemed like she wasn't opposed to killing a billion fucking people. It seems like she's going to go nuclear on this shit and perhaps cause the convergence thing to happen, which, is the easiest way to kill all the gods, I assume. I didn't really get a lot from her. She said she wasn't going to monologue, and then she monologued for a bit, but
She did do
You you really do try to see the best in her, don't you?
I don't understand. I kn she's lived a lot longer than me, and she's endured a lot more than me, and
Mhm.
I I I don't believe that she's just like this. I don't believe that this is just how she is.
I mean, centuries or millennia imprisoned in the Shadowfell would probably make somebody angry.
And she asked me if I wanted to join her, and I said, I mean, I'm good. Um, I don't necessarily have any. She did also say she doesn't have any quarrel with me as long as I don't get in her way. And I don't know how in her way I want to be.
Obviously, we're gonna be in
Obviously, we're gonna stop her one way or another, but like,
It kind of sounds like we got to be pretty in her way.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Um, pin in the like the end of the world stuff for a second, but
yeah.
um, and hindsight 2020, but like, why didn't you like talk to Cena when you got this idea? She knows Seraphel better than any of us.
I kind of figured that she would not want to talk about it ever. But I guess that's a good point. I, I fucked up in a lot of ways,
Well, yeah. I'm
and I'm
feeling a little bit the same at the moment, and I think a core issue we seem to be running into is we all decide to do things without talking to each other first.
I did tell you guys I was going to do it, but
And we both said it was a bad idea, I think.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
I was kind of
true.
in,
But yeah,
but
that's true. Doug was kind of into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the way I see it is, it can't hurt to get more information.
Did you
Yeah,
not for a second think that she could have killed you? You
no, I'm
really
immortal.
believe okay. Still Pulling in
Also,
that.
not for naught, that was not her intentions this whole time. She
Uh-huh.
doesn't want to kill me. I think she just kind of doesn't want me to get in her way. And she'll
Sure.
kill anything that gets in her way. It's kind of like an impersonal kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think she cares that I'm around.
You don't want to kill every insect that bites you, but sometimes there's just a reflex and you swat at them.
I think I'm more of like a boar or like a
Okay.
like a not like a bigger annoying animal, not quite an insect. Like
Okay.
I'm a little harder to pin down.
Okay. I hope she feels that way too.
Yeah. Um. I I don't know if this is the best time, but I need to talk to Cena. I think
Yep.
I think so too.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
Oh, and before I go upstairs, I turn around and I go, thank you. I for and also Willem, for what it's worth, I've been doing a lot of shit lately for a single purpose, and I am sorry that it has affected you in this in the way that it has. I am sorry.
I appreciate you saying that, but as you're well aware, I'm not the only person you need to say that to. And I think this is. I'm proud of you, big guy.
And also, Dunk, I love you.
I love you, Randy.
Yeah, I head upstairs.
All right. Going to bed.
I'm going to talk to Cena.
You knock on the door of Cena's bedroom and hear no answer.
Um, is okay. Um, is I knock again?
Still no answer.
Oh Jesus! I knock a third time.
No answer. You can make a perception check if you'd like.
I would. 15.
You think you hear the wind
Oh
as you kind of like
fuck!
press your ear up against the door, attempting to listen in.
I open the door. See that the window's goddamn open.
The window is open
uh,
and bed sheets hang from it.
ah, Christ. I'm gonna cast locate person. Real quick.
You can sense that they are in the
They can't have
city.
gone far.
Uh, did they give you exact location or like general again?
Gives me direction.
She is in a northerly direction.
Okay. I quickly go down the stairs and I say, Cena's fucking gone. Branwen's fucking gone. They're doing more shit. Look, come on. I know where they are.
Are you sure that's a good idea? Sort of seems like if they went somewhere alone, they might want to be alone. Branwen might be the best thing for her right now if they are together. Then again, I don't like it when people just disappear and don't tell anybody where they're going, so I could be swayed.
We also don't. Do we know that Brainwind's with her? Probably.
No, we don't. Hold on. I cast sending to Branwen.
What do you say?
I say, hey girl fucking hey. um is Cena with you? That's
Branwen.
it. Branwen's on mute.
Oh,
Or I think
you
she
should
doesn't.
you should tell her to come back.
Yeah.
It's me, Steppo.
Hey,
Branwen. Hey, Branwen, you hear a voice in your head, a familiar voice of Randy. Hey, girl, fucking hey. Is Cena with you?
Yeah, she's with me and she's pissed. Are you gonna do better or what?
Damn, I gotta cast sending again.
Oh my god, what if it runs in the family?
Okay,
Answering sendings with more questions so that they have to
Oh,
cast
got
again.
it. Yeah.
Frickin' Colette.
I cast it again, and I say, I am, I will. I wanted to talk to her, but as long as she's with you, it can wait. Oh, and also thank you, and I'm sorry to you, Branwen.
Can I ask Sina a question before I answer that, or does it have to be right away?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I just ask Sina, yeah, he wants to talk, but if he says that it's fine to wait.
I think I just need the night.
I'll respond maybe tomorrow.
I do a thumbs up to no one in particular.
Branwen, do you want to send any more messages before the night is done?
I got one more message, I think.
All right, let's hear it.
That might help me decide what the heck I'm doing. I'm gonna send it to Thariel.
What the fuck?
Intriguing!
Intriguing!
Because based off of what Sina saw that she told me about, correct?
That's right.
Oh my gosh. Thariel, hey girl, hey. Are they making blood of bark? Can you get some out for a handoff? May help to get help to stop this. Help me help you.
That's so many.
I'm threatening this poor man.
25 words, like 90% of them were help.
Yeah, I wrote it and I was like, I don't know a better word to say for this.
Thariel,
So it's gonna so awkward.
we spent the entire like 20 seconds looking for Thariel, found him, and then relentlessly abused him.
Junk and I were nice.
I was also nice. It was just
Ruined
Randy.
the
Randy
transport.
was really not nice.
Yeah.
He wrote it was a fraud. Fuck this guy.
Coincidentally, also what I said to you.
True.
He's rolling dice for some reason.
Yeah, what?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's I'm playing with
Oh,
midnight.
okay. I thought he was like gonna roll psychic damage or something for me.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
just
15.
playing.
You hear Thariel's panicked voice. You have to save me! I will get a weapon. Not poison. In the weapon. Save me, and you'll have it.
Shit. Okay, I have 1 4th level spell slot left. Hey girl, hey.
To whom?
Again.
To Thariel. Okay.
Thariel. I'll see what I can do. I need to get that weapon. We'll tell you when it's time. Do you have any information to help?
You hear back. Please, hurry. I am not long for this work. I know nothing about the defenses. And that feels like an appropriate place to end our session for the evening.
Jesus Christ.
We thank you all for tuning in to another exciting edition of Nat20Hot, and we hope to see you again in the future. Same time, same place, next Wednesday night, where we will finally get to the wild hunt that
Oh
we've
my
been
god.
talking about for weeks.
It's
Or
like a
maybe we,
vibe.
or maybe we
It's a
won't.
snake pit at the ND 500.
We look forward to seeing you again there. In the meantime, you can watch all of our episodes on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/at Nat20Hot. This is coincidentally where you can also find us on Instagram and TikTok, or visit our website, www.nat20hot.com. Peep the link in the chat for a page to donate to Extra Life, a wonderful charity that supports children's hospitals across North America. And we hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for joining us. Good night.
Bye,
Bye,
Branwen.
Salvo.